That's all they play over there. And then if you dance on beat, you off beat. They dance off beat over there. Let a song come on. Let a song come on. It's like it'd be like you sitting there doing this. They over there. Look at that, like we weird.
Right.
Get the hell out of my face.
All right. Tell us how you two came together.
Let me answer that?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm the man with the master plan that got everything that ran the land from here to Baltimore back to Maryland. I heard about Jeff through my brother. It's been over a year ago, but the hardest part about getting with Jeff was the distance we had in between us, which really wasn't a problem. And when I heard about him and took a look at him one time, I just knew for a fact he had a missing element that I had missing in myself that I needed in my repertoire to be complete, to become the heavyweight champion. And not only just become a heavyweight champion, to annihilate anybody that comes before him. I knew for a fact he had that in him. And it was just, it took time to get us together, but now that we're together, it's going to be inseparable until retirement time.
Now Tyson Fury is looking to make a statement to Vitali Klitschko against you. He's saying that that beating you worse than Vitali did will kind of show him that or set up a fight for himself against Klitschko. What are your thoughts on that?
It's impossible. Can't beat me. First of all, the heavyweight champion of the world is tall, dark, and handsome, cool, complex, sensual, and sexy. Hello, and he don't have none of those traits of beat you. None of them whatsoever. There never will be an Irish heavyweight champion of the world. Never will be. It's a shame that the Klitschkos have had the belts this long. They have fought and defended against almost everybody across the land. Have to give them that. But I'll be goddamn aware if somebody by the name of Tyson or Fury hold anything near a goddamn title. That I can take to the grave with me.
All right, so this fight's in the UK. Jeff, differences of fighting in neutral territory or friendly territory as opposed to fighting, in their backyard.
I mean, at the end of the day, the first person you face is the opponent. Nobody can fight for him, and sometimes it backfires when the crowd gets behind you and forces you to do something that you probably shouldn't do. And so, I don't think it's a big deal.
What are your advantages going into the fight?
Everything. It's always been my whole career. I've been the type of dude, I've been in people's backyards stealing all my life. This ain't going to be no different.
All right, so he's 6'9". What kind of challenge is fighting a guy that tall? What do they present to you?
Nothing. If anything, I don't know if Jeff will find a challenge with it, but height and weight don't make much of a difference, but just stamina and power that you put out.
So he's confident, Jeff, but as far as concerns, what concerns you about someone that tall?
I'm not really concerned because I got a chance to watch him for myself. He's a very big guy, but he's also very fun. He's a guy that I think Kevin's going to look great with. Because he started his fight. Kevin's very hard to hit, and he's a big crunchy guy, and he's going to go big punches there. Kevin can see. He'll get hit by that.
All right, let's get your prediction for the fight.
I really don't want to make this prediction, but it is what it is. But I'll just tell you like this: the fight will not go 7 rounds. Will not make 7.
So tell us a little bit about Prizefighter. We talked about that earlier. Was it hard reverting to 3 rounds, and how would you rate the experience overall for you?
Wonderful experience. It reminded me of the Nationals. Actually, when I fought the Nationals back in 2002, start, stop. The only thing about Prizefighter was I developed to be the type of fighter that I am, which is I'm an analyst in the beginning, and I conquer everything else in the ending. And when I turn it on, I turn it on. Prizefighter, there was never a warm-up period. You got 3 rounds in, and then you sat down, and then you went cold, and you got back up for another 30 minutes later. I didn't expect that, but it was a wonderful experience. You can't take nothing from it. The same way Ying lost the fight, the same way Sanowski lost the fight to me. They lost with their hands down. Can't complain about it. So Tor Hammer did win that fight, but if Tor Hammer climbing that ring for 8 to 10 rounds with me, I'll bust his ass wide open, and he'll win the first 3, but I'll crack his ass by the 5th.
All right, your other loss was at Vitali Klitschko, where you got a lot of criticism for that fight. Do you feel that, as some people claim, that you choked in that fight, or was what was the reason that you didn't perform your best in that fight?
I actually the fight should have got canceled 5 weeks before the fight because I wasn't 100%. But knowing that was an opportunity of a lifetime and knowing how fast and slick I was, we thought maybe we could just pull off something. But once again, it was an opportunity of a lifetime, wasn't 100%. But I know now that having Jeff, if we're not 100%, I know for a fact, under no circumstances, he won't let me go forward. And that's the difference between then and now. Of course, going in for the heavyweight championship of the world, it's the type of fight where, like George Foreman and Muhammad Ali, guys like that, when they were broken jaws, messed up elbows, and fractured hands. You're supposed to go out with a bang. Had I had more of a wolf like Jeff behind me, I would have went out with a bang. But I didn't. But that was then. This is now. I got a chance to come back, annihilate, take out, and become heavyweight champion of the world.
Jeff, let me ask you this. Does a win here December 1st against Tyson Fury, does that redeem him?
I don't necessarily know if he has to redeem him, but I got to watch the fight with Klitschko. And I think that the problem wasn't so bad skill. The problem was more robotic. Because Kevin was better on the Kevin was, good for his thing too, but I think he got caught up in the fact that he showed Klitschko that he wasn't what everybody thought he was, because he showed that he couldn't hurt him and stuff like that. So he got more caught up in that than actually trying to win the fight by using his skill.
Now, slick talking aside, where does the actual animosity with Seth Mitchell come from?
Because I just wanted to fight him. Anybody that I thought. First of all, it's disrespectful. I'm a big Mike Tyson fan. Even until Mike Tyson died, even though he even in boxing no more, through it all, from the beginning to the end, I'm a Mike Tyson fan. Anytime somebody put their name next to Mike Tyson's name, and you're not on that level, that's a disgrace to me. And the best thing he had was the trunks and the shoes that looked like Mike Tyson. The dude was not on that level. And then coming to the game, and then to say you're on a level of Mike Tyson, you overlooking me and everybody else in the division. I knew he was a bum, I knew he was a bitch, I knew he was a fake, a fraud, fraudulent, a fag, vigilant, everything that starts with an F. You look it up and tell him later. But I knew that for sure, and I knew he was easy to knock out, very easy. Just because you think you're strong, that don't mean you can be a fighter. You don't see boxers running to be an NFL player. Tell him to go back to his league. He'll find it.
Now, obviously, you're a big talker. You like to do a lot of trash talking. Do you think that puts more pressure on yourself since, if you do fail, it'll be, come back to haunt you a little extra?
No, not at all. Pressure is what I felt when I was 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 years old. Now that I'm a grown man and I can control what I talk, I can control this right here. These two things and this right here, I can control it. 95% of the time I can control it. As long as I'm 100%, I'm in the building. And now that I'm gaining a little more experience, my eyes are opening up more, I'm becoming more developed as a sound and fundamental heavyweight champion, soon to be, is in the making. The only difference is we don't have to build around our weight yet. Nobody in the division right now is going to stop us from getting to that heavyweight championship of the world. Nobody.
All right, well, you guys are just, last thing you want to say before you leave? You got 2 days before you head over to the UK, so anything else you want to add to the people getting ready to tune in to the fight?
Well, it's going to be dangerous. You got two dudes that, they got chocolate coming over to the UK. I'm chocolate. He can be dropped. It don't matter. When they see it, they call us by name. I ain't married. He ain't married. No, let me stop. Now, we just look forward to going over to England, having a good time, showing the boxing fans what American heavyweight really can do. Just because they was recently upset due to the performance of Seth Mitchell, that don't mean that it's over for anybody. And the recent show for Chris Ariola, thanks to Jonathan Banks, he put a little bit of icing on the cake. But once again, me and Jonathan will be tap dancing 12 rounds. We're together for 12, but it might end early. Watch your shit. We in the building.
Jeff.
Bye.